Am I a hair influencer now? No, don't worry, I'm not. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. We are doing it. We are here. We are making a giant hair video today. I feel like I've been putting this video off for literally a year because, to be honest, the number one question I get after how long does my tretinoin and purge last is, how do you do your hair? What products do you use in your hair? What's your shower routine? And I never in a million years thought that that's something that I would have a lot of information to talk about. And then I started writing it out and it was 2 pages long of information and products and recommendations, and I just have so much to share. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. We talk about more than just hair on this channel. We talk about beauty as a whole. We talk about skincare, acne, mental health. We do vlogs. We talk about makeup. We do it all, and I would love to have you join. So I asked on my community tab if we should break this video into 2 videos because it was going to be long, or if you wanted it all in one video because you like longer videos, and you guys chose one long video. However, we are going to break it up into 2 parts. So the first part, we're going to talk about scalp health and the actual routine and products that I use in my shower. And then the second part, we're going to talk about more about products, dry shampoos, hair oils, and styling that I like to use. I also just want to preface by saying I'm not a hair professional by any means, but I have been researching beauty and loving beauty and hair and skin and everything since I was in middle school, so I feel like I've got a routine down that is really great for my very medium thin hair. It is straight, it is color treated, and it gets very oily on the roots and dry on the ends. So if that is you, you are definitely going to want to stick around for these recommendations. And if that's not you, that's okay. I have a lot of tips that are good for just hair health in general. Let's start off with a bang by talking about my current shower routine, shampoo, conditioner, any treatments that I use in the shower, and bonus, all of the products I'm going to talk about here are affordable and available at the drugstore or Target. So, shampoo. I am 1000% addicted and loyal to the Kristen S hairline. This is the Kristen S Extra Gentle shampoo. Extra gentle. It is a sulfate-free shampoo, safe for daily use. It is a gentle cleansing shampoo with a super light fragrance. If you use her other line, you can know that some of her scents are a little strong. The gentle shampoo is just a slight little scent of coconut. It's nothing overpowering. And honestly, for the price, Kristen S products are amazing. Honestly, I would recommend anything from their line. So even if you don't have the straight fine hair that I have, she has a curly line, she has a clarifying line. She has so many different lines for different types of hair, color treated hair. I would recommend any of them. The gentle shampoo is just my favorite. I started using sulfate-free shampoos within the last year, and I feel like I have noticed a difference with my scalp health. And I've also noticed that I can go longer in between washes because I'm not stripping the tip of my hair and my scalp of all of those natural oils. So I would highly, highly recommend the gentle shampoo from Kristen S. So I only wash my hair twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays, and that's not always every single week, but that's about the cycle that I try to follow. And so I use the gentle shampoo, and then I use the Kristen S fragrance-free deep treatment mask. Even though this is a mask and it's a deep treatment mask, this can actually be used, in my opinion, as like an every wash conditioner. It is also from the fragrance-free line, which is amazing because if you have sensitivity to fragrance or you have sensitive skin or scalp health, this is perfect. It comes in a tube, it is airlocked, and I use 2 pumps every time on my long hair, and I use it from about midway down through the shafts of my hair. Kristen S is cruelty-free. This product is color and keratin safe, vegan, free of added fragrance, sulfates, parabens, phthalates, silicone, and gluten. So if you have any allergies, you can still use this product, and it keeps your hair light, bouncy, flowy, but still soft. It helps with those flyaways, and it doesn't weigh your hair down because it is a light treatment. It's super bouncy. It is beautiful. Shine, nourishment, bounce, hydration. It does it all. So this is my duo, and I have tried a lot of other things recently. In fact, I have tried Function of Beauty recently. They sent me their quiz to take and sent me my products based on that, and spoiler alert, it dried the hell out of my hair. So I'm going to talk about that in my April favorites and flops, but this is the duo. If you have that fine hair that gets greasy easily, but you also have a little bit of dryness on your ends, this is my duo. I also have one more shampoo that I put in the mix when I feel like my roots are super duper oily and gross and I've had a lot of dry shampoo and product buildup at my roots. I use a clarifying shampoo. This is the Charcoal with Citrus Cleansing and Purifying Shampoo from Hask. And the reason I picked this one up was actually because Dr. Dre had recommended it. And I typically go for her hair recommendations because I know that they're safe for the scalp. So this is a clarifying shampoo that has citrus oil and charcoal in it, and it is also sulfate free. And I find that it's hard to find a clarifying shampoo that is also sulfate free. It does a really good job of getting all of the dirt and grime out of your hair while also being gentle on your scalp. It also smells really, really good. I like this one a lot, but I think I'm gonna go for the clarifying shampoo from the Kristen S line. She also has a clarifying shampoo. I really do like this one. I'm not married to it though, so if you have a clarifying shampoo that you really like, let me know in the comments because I'd be happy to pick it up. This kind of takes me into the scalp health section of this video, and the biggest game-changing thing that I have used alongside my favorite routine products is this scalp scrubber. This is a silicone scalp scrubber from the brand Hita. I got this on Amazon, and I can obviously link all of these products down below for you guys. This one has lasted me over a year at this point. It's just a soft silicone scrubber that I use to really massage in my shampoo and help break up all of that dry shampoo and product that's in my scalp, because it really does build up. And this kind of just helps get it down your roots and shafts so you can wash it out before you put in your conditioner. I also find that this helps with any dandruff that I might have. It helps if I feel like I'm having a little bit of flakiness or I'm seeing some skin, nastiness up there. This always takes care of it, and not to mention it feels so good. And a lot of people say that kind of getting in there will actually help trigger hair growth as well. I don't know if that's true, but this is a super cheap way to really enjoy your shower and make sure that you're getting the most out of your product. Next in our routine, once we are out of the shower, I prefer not to use a regular towel on my hair because it's very heavy and my hair is easily and prone to breakage. So I like to use a microfiber towel on my hair and wrap it up so that I don't have that dry, like pulling and like pinching on the top of my hairline. Again, I got this from Amazon. This comes in a 2-pack. I got pink and purple. I don't know why I went bright. I just did. But this is made out of a microfiber material instead of a regular cotton towel, so it absorbs way more water. I actually came up with this idea because my towels for my dog are made out of microfiber for when we give her a bath, and it sucks up so much more than a regular towel, so I thought they have got to be making like turbans for your hair with that, and they do, and they are super inexpensive. They're really easy to use. All you do is put your head in this hole, you twist it around, and then you tie it in the little back. And I like to do my skincare routine, put on my pajamas, and then by the time I'm ready to come back and dry my hair at night, it's about 50% dried because this has sucked up so much water. So I highly recommend getting one of these instead of using your regular at-home towels, because also you're probably using those towels to like dry your skin after you do your skincare, and that's just a lot of bacteria in there. So having your own hair turban is a must. To go along with the scalp health vibe of your scrubber, something that I have picked up from another hair influencer on TikTok, her name is Amy. I can leave her page down below. So many of her tips that I have taken from her have worked amazingly well, and we'll talk about that when we get into the brushes. But one of the top things that she mentioned was using a rose water spray on your scalp post-shower or in between showers. The reason that I wanted to start doing this is because she made a good point that your scalp is just an extension of your face, and we dry out our scalp so much thinking it will help with the oil absorption, but we don't give it any moisture back. So she said that adding a rose water spray has really helped with her scalp health, helped with any flaking, and also helped with oiliness. So I already had the Cocoa Kind rose water toner. They sent me this in PR, and I was not going to use it on my face, which if you have any questions about Cocoa Kind, I actually have a video about some of their products and what I use and what I feel like is safe for sensitive skin, and I can link that up above. So anyways, I repurposed this and started spraying it on my scalp and, parting my hair, spraying, not only right after the shower, but in between at the end of the night and brushing through. And I notice in the morning that my hair feels much more hydrated, less oily in my roots. You would think it's already hydrated based on if you have oily skin or oily hair, but the thing is, it's producing more oils because they're being taken from them. So this is an extra step. It's fancy. I don't think it's necessary, but it's something that I really enjoy, especially because I wash so infrequently that I like having a little bit of something at night that helps kind of break up the grease and grime from the day. So I really like this. It smells amazing, and it's just like a special little treat that I do for my scalp. Which then leads us into hair brushes. I would say one of the most important things that is the most overlooked in hair health. I tried to clean mine out, so I'm sorry if they're gross. I clean mine every night, which we'll get to, but sorry if you see a hair. So let's talk about brushes. Why do I have these different brushes and what are their purposes in my hair routine? So my everyday brush that I go to for most mornings all day if I need to touch up, this is the wet brush and it is the Shine Enhancer. So this is a boar bristle brush. Boar bristle brushes are amazing for people who have oily roots and dry ends. What this is gonna do is really bring all of that oil and all of that shine that's on the top of your scalp down and disseminate it throughout your hair, so you don't just have that really thick grease on top and these dry ends because there's no oil. So I like to brush my hair in the morning kind of a lot to really bring all of that down from the night and help disseminate that shine, which also helps with using less dry shampoo because you've disseminated that grease down to your ends. Honestly, if you spend 5 minutes brushing your hair with this, like truly, maybe 100 times, this is really going to help make sure that your entire hair is balanced rather than having, again, that greasy top and dry ends. So that is how I use my boar bristle brush. This is super inexpensive, again, from Amazon, like $11. Highly, highly recommend it. And my favorite brush outside of that for its own purpose is my Tangle Teaser. This was, again, a recommendation from Amy, who I mentioned earlier. She uses a Tangle Teaser before bed and helps break up all the dry shampoo in your scalp. So what's the difference between these two? This one is 100% plastic, and you can see the bristles. They're just like little pointy little shards. And this feels incredible on your scalp. It feels so good. It feels like you're getting a head scratch. And you can really get in there in your scalp with this, and I feel like it actually does break up that product. And I really get in there, okay? I scrub it. Because then when I apply my rose water toner, these are my duo together. I brush the heck out of my hair right before bed with this brush, and then I spray my rose water toner, and then I put it up, which we'll talk about. And this little duo here is very inexpensive, and I feel like it keeps my wash days farther and farther apart, because the more you can have your roots and your scalp healthy, the longer you can go in between washes. So this has been a dynamic duo for me. These two brushes have done amazing things for my scalp just in the past 6 months. And then I have my little fancy comb. This is from the brand Crown Affair. They actually sent me this comb along with some of their scrunchies, and I'm really, really loving it. So basically, I use this comb for days like today where I already have a style, and let's say I'm feeling like I have a lot of like gnats. Maybe I went for a walk and I got a bunch of knots in it. I will use this wide tooth comb to brush it out, and I don't lose the style that I had. I don't lose any of that volume. I'm just helping break out kind of my curls or getting any knots out that I might have without frizzing out my hair. So that's what I use my comb for, and also it's just helpful to have a comb for making parts, etc. I really do like this one. It is pricey, but it's so pretty, and I just feel fancy when I use it. Oh, okay. Wow, I talk a lot. So we just talked a lot about scalp health, but what about the bottom of your hair? What about the bottom? She needs some love. Let's cover the bottom. So first let's talk about products, and then we'll talk about some of my favorite accessories and styling products as well. So one of the most important things about your hair health, outside of all of the scalp stuff we talked about, is protecting it from extreme heat. Whether that be your hair dryer, your straightener, whatever it is that you use to control your hair, you really, really want to protect it from overheating. So my favorite heat protectant of the moment is the Bumble & Bumble Invisible Oil. So this is a hair protectant for UV and heat exposure for dry to very dry hair. I just have the mini from Sephora because I don't use too much of it. Like I said, I only wash my hair twice a week, but it is probably the most important step in my routine. So once I get out of the shower and my hair has been towel dried with my turban, I pump about 2 spritz of this in my hand instead of applying it directly to my hair. And then I run it through the shafts of my hair, so about from here down, not touching my roots, before I go in with any styling or a blow dryer, just because you want to protect that bounciness, that fun, flowy, modelly look, and the best way to do that is to protect it from heat. So highly recommend that you have some sort of heat protectant in your routine. And if you're like me and you do have the oily roots, there is a good chance that you are dealing with dry ends. And let me tell you, the thing that has made the biggest difference in having the breaks in between my wash but keeping my hair bouncy and full is using hair oils. I really had never used a hair oil before this year because I thought, well, my hair is greasy and oily. Why would I want to put an oil in it? But I wasn't thinking about the difference between your roots and your ends and how you can treat them differently for different things. So let's talk about 3 of my favorites. First off, my number 1 favorite of all time, I actually had a viral video about this product on TikTok that sold out the product at Sephora. If you saw that, you know what I'm talking about. This is the Bread hair oil. Bread is a Black-owned, woman-owned brand, new at Sephora, and the hair oil smells like frickin' gummy bears. It is beautiful. This is the full size. They also have a mini on Sephora site, which I would recommend going with first because this is a huge amount. And this hair oil is silicone free. It is safe for all hair types. So I'm saying fine all the way to curly, but it's actually made for black hair with curl types 3A through 4C. So if that's you, you definitely want to pick this up. However, I'm going to pop in a video of me applying it and showing how I use it as well. I just pour 1 to 2 drops within my palms and rake it through the ends of my hair. It doesn't weigh it down. It doesn't leave it greasy, even though I still have that fine hair. I just don't use a lot of it. So if you go overboard, you are going to have greasy hair, especially if you have straight hair. But if you don't and you have curly hair, I would recommend trying this out, picking it up, using quite a bit of it to really add that shine, that curl, that depth into your hair routine. And again, it smells incredible. I prefer this hair oil over the Gizu hair oil, which I know everyone loves, but this is my number 1. I love this company, and I have an even better option if you are sensitive like me. They recently came out with a 100% macadamia oil. This oil is used for your hair and body, and it is 100% fragrance free. Literally the only thing in this one is macadamia oil. This company was started from Australia, and this is apparently a nut that's very common in Australia. It smells like nothing. It's super thin. I would say it's more thin and more viscous than the actual hair oil. I think it would be a little bit better suited for straight hair and definitely better suited for those who are sensitive to fragrance and still want to support this brand. Both of these products are available at Sephora. And then I want to talk about one that I was gifted, again from the brand Crown Affair, which I just talked about, their comb. This is a pricier hair oil, but it is my number 1 recommendation for people with straight hair. This is called The Oil, literally The Oil. It comes with a dropper, which already I appreciate because the Bread hair oils do not have a dropper, unfortunately, so you can end up getting more than you want at one time. It is expensive. It is a super light scent. I would say it's like a citrusy scent, very, very light, almost unrecognizable. And it is perfectly dry so that if you do have that straight, fine hair, you could wear this in your hair while it is styled straight, which I feel like is really hard to find, an oil that you can wear your hair completely straight without it looking greasy. This helps with flyaways. This helps tame hair. So if you have that very fine straight hair and you still want to use a hair oil, this would be my number 1 recommendation for you. If you have thicker hair or curly hair, I would go with one of the Bread oils. Honestly, I use the hair oil every other night after I do my rose water spray on my scalp, I'll add the hair oil on my shaft, and then I'll do my big 100 brushes with my Tangle Teezer, and I feel like when I wake up, my ends are nice and hydrated from the oil that it's basically sucked up all night, and my scalp is fresh and ready for the next day. It is the perfect combination. So if you're afraid of hair oil, just try one out. I promise you, you'll get the hang of it, and it makes such a difference. Let's talk about what is maybe my favorite part of my hair routine, and the most important part to me personally, which is dry shampoo. God, do you remember when dry shampoo came out and it was like a thing? I think I was in middle school and it was like the best invention that I could possibly think of, and now most of us can't live without it. And again, like I said, I'm not a professional, so please, if you don't like aerosol dry shampoo or you have a vendetta against Batiste, you're gonna wanna skip this part because I am very loyal. So let's start with that first. Batiste. Mother freaking teased. You honestly cannot go wrong. This is my #1 favorite dry shampoo of all time. This is the Batiste dry shampoo in the Clean and Light Bare version. It does leave a bit of a white cast, but it is like $7 for this huge tub. It leaves your hair feeling actually clean. It doesn't add any grit or volume. It's like truly clean hair. This is it. I know that aerosol dry shampoo is not best for you, your hair, your lungs, the environment, but it is best for those people with very straight, very oily hair. I love this dry shampoo. I have tried so many kinds, and this is still my #1 favorite. I'm sorry. And to go along with that, I also love the volumizing version of the Batiste dry shampoo. This is the volumizing dry shampoo with collagen. This is what I'm using today. So when I have a bit of a curl or a wave going on, maybe I'm on second or third day hair, I'm not going with my straight hair, I really like using the volumizing version because it gives you the cleanliness that the original version does, but it adds a little bit of oomph, a little bit of volume, a little bit of that grit while keeping your hair very clean. And I find that the white cast is not that bad. So these are my two go-tos depending on if my hair is straight or not. But I do have two options for you if you are not into the aerosol cans, which I understand. So these are my two favorite powder dry shampoos that are not in aerosols. So the more expensive option is the Bumble & Bumble Preta powder. It's equal parts dry shampoo, equal parts style extender, and also volumizer. So I really do like this. This is what my salon uses, but it's just such a tiny little hole that I find that I really have to get in there quite a bit, and it kind of goes everywhere because you do it and it sprays this way and that way. However, it does work very, very well. It's just not as user-friendly as an aerosol can, but the product inside is very, very nice. But what I like a little bit more than that is the Kristen S fragrance-free dry shampoo powder. Now, you may have heard me talk about the dry shampoo spray from Kristen S. It comes in the brunette can. I tried that one, absolutely hated it. It created like a film on my hair. It gave it that dirty dry shampoo feeling. This one is completely different. So this is in a spray style bottle, so it's a lot easier to use than the Preta powder. So I'll give you like a little squirt here. See how it comes out in little squirts? So you can just get it in your roots and kind of go as you spray. And it's not using aerosol force, it's just kind of poofing little bits of powder within your hair. Again, this is from the fragrance-free line, so we're looking at keratin safe, free of fragrance, sulfates, silicones, gluten, all of that good stuff. It's the same line as the treatment mask. I really like this. It's very affordable. It will last you forever. I have been using this for months and I'm only halfway through. I actually think I picked this up in a Target haul during last summer, so I can link that up above if you want to see that. But really, really like this a lot. Again, I would use this more if it wasn't for how easy it is for me to go for the Batiste. But I still use this quite a bit. And I would say I use dry shampoo every single day, even on the day after that I've washed my hair, just to really help extend that wash day so that I'm not getting greasy before I even have a chance to wear my hair down. Thank God that scrunchies came back in style because they are easily one of the best things for your hair. I have a few different options. This is a beautiful color palette that I want to share with you the favorite places to get scrunchies that are aesthetic but still hold your hair up. #1, can't go wrong. This is a Kristen S Mega Scrunchie. Look how freaking cute it is. I love to wear it as like a little bracelet. I know that it looks insanely huge, but it is cute and it helps cover my Apple Watch, which I like don't love showing. Although I do have a scrunchie band on my Apple Watch right now. How cool is that? I can link that down below. This is a satin scrunchie, so it's not as expensive as silk and it helps with hair breakage. I would much prefer wearing a scrunchie in my hair over a like hard elastic, because as we all know, when you wear those tight hair, you know, tiny ponytails, it's really gonna pull on your roots and rip your hair out halfway, which then gives you lots of flyaways. So I would definitely recommend a cute scrunchie over one of those. So we have this satin one from Kristen S that is inexpensive. Another inexpensive option is from Lily Silk. I actually have an Amazon video talking about Lily Silk and some of my favorite quarantine purchases from Amazon. You can get about 5 of these for $35 and they're actual silk, which is pretty hard to find considering that is a good cost because silk is very, very expensive. So I will link these down below. They're a little bit smaller than your average scrunchie, so you don't see them as much in the back. So if you want like a more subdued look, I would look into these. And then my more expensive options, this is a satin scrunchie from Bread, which is the hair oil brand we just talked about. This comes in their sets. They actually sent me this, but again, it's got that giant satin scrunchie vibe, so you could get a similar look from the Kristen S. And then talking about tiny silk scrunchies, this is from Crown Affair, which is the hair oil that I just talked about here. They also sell 3 different sizes of scrunchies. They sell the small, the medium, and then a large silk scrunchie. So these are perfect for working out because they are tiny. You can wrap it 3 times around your hair and keep your hair back. But again, you don't have that harsh feel around your head. It's not pulling your hair out, and silk is very, very good for your hair. So those are my favorite ways to keep your hair back, and they're also very in style right now. So I would recommend any of these. And while we're on the topic of silk, I will say that I have a silk pillowcase. I sleep with the Slip silk pillowcases, which are supposed to be amazing for your hair. I actually got it because I was wanting to see a difference in my skin, but really I just like it because it's cooler than a regular pillowcase, as in like temperature wise, it's cold on my head, which I need at night because I have very fiery hot legs and body at night. So silk is the way to go. And if you don't want to afford silk and you don't want to spend the money, satin works just as well. The other thing that keeps my hair back even more than scrunchies are claw clips, which again, thank God they're back in style. The 90s are back and I hope they're here to stay. I don't even care if they're not here to stay. I'm keeping scrunchies and claw clips around. So let me show you a few. Most of mine are from Amazon, but one is from the brand Kitsch. So this claw clip that is metal, I think it's really cute. It's not necessarily going to be the best one for your hair because it is metal and it has more of a, you know, hard out exterior and it could pull your hair, but it is super cute if you want it to be like a fancy moment. This one is from Kitsch. I got it at Ulta. I have a 2-pack of this one, which is a medium size. I have this dark tortoiseshell and a light tortoiseshell, which I talk about in that Amazon video. Again, I can link that down below. I wear this one constantly, but as my hair has gotten longer, I have become addicted to these really long claw clips. These are also from Amazon. This is my most recent purchase. They are so cute and they are about twice as long as an average one. And it keeps all of my hair up rather than having some of it flopping out. And this set comes in 4 colors. This green, which is super in right now, a light pink, and then it comes in a nude and a black. These are like soft touch material, matte soft touch. They keep your hair back. They're sturdy. If you have very long hair, these are going to definitely be your go-tos. So between claw clips and your scrunchies, you're really going to help with that breakage. Last but certainly not least is the tools that I use for styling my hair. And I will be honest with you guys, I have said many times that I did not want to buy the Dyson Airwrap, that I thought I could dupe it out. She's undupable. First, I wanted to say I do own the Revlon One-Step Hair Dryer. I have talked about this in a few different videos about how much I like it, and I do really, really like this product. You do not need the Dyson Airwrap to get that blowout look. Is it nice? Yes. Does it have way less heat damage? Yes. But the look can be very similar. This product can give you that blown out look with bigger curls, not quite as small as this, and can really help with curly hair and getting it straight. The problem with this, in my opinion, is that it gets incredibly hot and can damage your hair. So if you have fine hair like me, this can end up really drying out your ends. So I went ahead and saved up over a few months and splurged for the Dyson Airwrap. It is probably the best investment that I've made in the most recent years. This is how I styled my hair today and how I style my hair every day, because I thought if I'm going to buy the Airwrap, then I need it to replace every single piece of hair styling tools that I have. And it absolutely has. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I'm going to do a whole video on how I style my hair with the Airwrap. It's a whole experience and it takes quite a bit of learning. But if you are wondering if it's worth it, based on my opinion, yes it is. I have the long barrels for my long hair. That's what I would recommend if you have similar hair to me. It is worth it. Before I used the Airwrap to straighten my hair and to curl my hair, I was using the Revlon One Step and also the Dry Bar hair straightener. This is a great one. I've had it for a really long time, like almost 10 years at this point, and it still works very, very well for that really sleek, straight look. But again, I have replaced pretty much all of my styling products with the Airwrap. But if you need a good straightener recommendation, this is a great one, especially from Sephora. Especially now, I'm uploading this video during the Sephora sale. So this is at Sephora, the Airwrap is at Sephora. A lot of these products are, and if you need a discount, now's the time, sweetie. If you have made it to the end of this video, you are a real ass bitch. And I hope that you got some good information from this video. If you have any questions on any of these products, about some of the tools, how I style my hair, what my shower routine looks like, anything that you think I've left out, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I am going to link everything we have talked about in the description box. I also have a video coming up next week with my husband where we're going to do head-to-head La Roche-Posay versus CeraVe and some of the products that I have. It's going to be really fun. I hope you'll stick around, and I will see you in the next video really soon. Bye!